Hey there. Have you ever wondered how you move around every day?
Well, everything you do every day, walking, talking, breathing, is accomplished by muscles. Muscles are the organs under your skin that allow you to do absolutely everything in your life. There are over 600 muscles in the body that work in different ways to help you move every day. Without these muscles, you wouldn't even be able to smile.
There are muscles that work nonstop each and every day without you even trying to use them. These muscles are called involuntary, and there are two types.
For example, I bet you didn't know the heart was a muscle. The heart is an involuntary muscle called the cardiac muscle. The heart can beat nonstop and change rhythm without you even thinking about it. Imagine you had to control your heart while sleeping. It wouldn't even be possible.
There's another set of involuntary muscles in the body called smooth muscles. Smooth muscles control organs such as your stomach, which helps digest food after you've eaten a delicious meal. The last category is the category of muscles that you typically think of. These are called skeletal muscles, and these ones you are able to voluntarily control.
These are muscles that make walking, talking, riding a bike, and playing a video game all possible.
These are your biceps, pecs, abs, quads, and calf muscles. So now let's discuss how these muscles work. Muscles are attached to two different bones with tendons, and they cross a joint. They act upon this joint to bring the two bones closer together. These tendons are very stiff and slightly elastic, like a rubber band. They do not change length very much, but they are very important in allowing the muscle to move the bone. You can feel one of these very easily on yourself by gently squeezing the upper back part of your ankle or your Achilles tendon. Feel how tough and stiff that is? It is totally different than if you squeeze the calf muscle, which is attached to the Achilles and attached to the foot. This muscle contracts to move the foot, allowing you to jump as high as you can.
So you may be asking yourself, how does a muscle contract or flex? It's best to think of your muscles as electric motors and your brain as a power plant. And just like how the power gets from the power plant to your house, there are cables or nerves that carry the electrical current from the brain to the muscle.
Voluntary muscles are kind of like a video game. In order to get your character to move, you have to press a button. Well, the same goes for your brain. It has certain parts that tell your muscles to move when you need to jump, run, or any other type of movement. The brain is very important in getting your muscles to move.
Now let's take a look at how these muscles contract once the signal is sent from the brain. The motor part of the muscle is actually microscopic, and many of them exist inside your muscle. These are called sarcomeres. These motors are the contractile and force-producing portions of the muscle. To more easily illustrate the way in which the sarcomeres work, we are going to use things you have seen before: bendy straws and Velcro. The sarcomeres are arranged in a way so that many of them are interconnected. To see this, you can imagine a bunch of bendy straws lined up. Just like the larger rings of the bendy straws, the sarcomeres have Z-lines. These portions never change size, but instead provide a common attachment for sarcomeres from one to another. The smaller portions of the straw illustrate the A zone of the sarcomere. These sections can become shorter, allowing the straw or your muscle to contract and become shorter. In the A zone, there exist two different types of molecules that interact with each other. These molecules are called myosin and actin is firmly attached to the Z line.
These molecules interact much in the way Velcro does. Just like Velcro, one portion, the myosin, has teeth, and the other portion, actin, has a complex network of binding sites for the teeth to grab. When these two become attached, they become very difficult to separate. And Velcro, just like in the muscle, requires energy to separate them. This is where the energy associated with muscle use and movement is used. The myosin pulls on the actin, which pulls on the Z line in both directions, causing the Z lines to get closer together. This action causes the muscle as a whole to become shorter and produce force, allowing you to lift heavy objects or throw a ball really fast.
Now let's get to the fun part. How do you make muscles bigger and stronger like your favorite athlete? Well, to one day grow up with big strong muscles, sarcomeres, you must use them over and over. This means you need to be outside playing, riding a bike, or playing sport. Repeated contraction of muscles along with a healthy diet causes muscles to get larger and stronger. This means the more you use your muscles, the bigger they will become.
So now you have learned how you are able to move around and live every day. Now go outside and put your muscles to work, because big muscles are happy muscles.